So the clan event before this was the Mega Colony one, which, as we talked about before, was looking pretty good. You know, all the cards were pretty strong. I was pretty impressed. And by the ending time, I had enough to craft either, or like to exchange for either 3 GRs or for 2 GRs and like all the triples. And I was like, you know, I exchanged for 2 GRs, and then I was thinking, like, do I get the third one, or do I just like make all the triples, right? And so then, you know, I was thinking, and then while I was thinking, the exchange period ended, and now I have just 2 GRs and nothing else, and a bunch of wasted coins. So anyway, let's not make that mistake this time around and take a look at the Genesis clan event here. And I don't know why my thing is super full screen over here. Let me fix that. Here, that should be better. Apologies for that. I don't know why that happened. So, this clan event started yesterday. I wanted to record yesterday, but didn't really have time, and then I realized I didn't even do my dailies because I was out having dinner and drinks with friends after a tournament. So, today let's take a look at the cards and the boost skin and everything. Because there's some pretty yikes Genesis cards in this event, and I'm pretty surprised that they made it through. Boost skins is Sosuke, Hiroki, Ryuzu, and Shion. Very fitting, so you have the company members plus Shion, which in the case of Shoma makes a lot of sense. So in terms of the cards, it seems like Tahro made it unscathed, which is interesting, plus a bunch of Regalia support too. So first, the GR we have is Fenrir, which I've heard people say is not a 4 of, so let's see what it says. When placed on Van, you may flip anything in the G-Zone face up, and then you change your next, Revelation ability into the following. Rearguard circle, when placed, you look at the top 2, you may put 1 into the soul, and put the rest on top or bottom of your deck. So basically, Revelation normally is, look at the top card, you can leave it on top, but if you do it, then you have to rest that rearguard, and then otherwise you put the soul. So it changes your Revelations, which is pretty good. And then Kalmos 1 Soul Blast 3, and choose one of the following and perform it. And then if you have a face-up Fenrir, so this guy, in your G-Zone, you can do both. So either draw 1, or choose one of your rearguards and give it plus 5k, and this unit also gets plus 5k, and then you may soul charge 1. And then you have the GB3, which says, if your heart is a Fenrir, gain a crit. So as you can see, I guess you can really settle for just, like, 2 or 3, I suppose, because I guess if you run 3, you can, like, G Persona Flip on the first skill, and then already have, like, both skills active, you know, for the draw and the power up and the soul charge, and then you can just go into another copy, and then flip anything, and you already have it, you know, active. Or you can just have 2, you just flip 2, like, you know, flip anything on the first stride, and then have to choose between the draw and the plus 5k, and then, you know, just kind of settle it with that. So I think it's actually pretty good. Seems to be quite decent, I think. So I guess like a 2 of, 3 of, definitely not a 4 of, I think. Then we have Uruzu. This is the Regalia Stride. When she's placed, if your heart is a Regalia, Kalmos 1 and G Persona, and then choose a Regalia from your drop zone. No, sorry, choose all Regalias from your drop zone and put them into your soul. For that turn, get the following ability, Soul Blast 3, in order to get 10k and a crit. Pretty cool. It's like super mass soul charging. Plus, you also get to, you know, get some extra power and a crit pressure. So that's actually pretty cool. Good for a triple rare stride. We have the grade 3 as well. So this one, she Persona Flips, I guess 4, and she's a triple, so it's easier to exchange for. Once per turn, you can Soul Blast 3, or choose 3 Regalias from your drop zone. Sorry, from your soul, put them into the drop zone. And then for that turn, your 3 of your front row units get the following ability. When the attack hits, you can look at the top 2, put 1 into the hand, put the rest into your soul. Not too bad, although it's a Vanguard Circle ability, so you won't be using that much. But when you stride over her, she gives the Vanguard the following ability. When your card is put to your soul, you can choose 3 of your Regalia units and give them plus 1k. So that's not once per turn. That's pretty abusable. I think the Regalia's got a nice buff from this. And she gets plus 3k when you ride her, so that's also very nice. And then we have the third. Only 3 triples this time? Wow, that is very low considering we have 5 sometimes. Okay. Well, Yor is the triple this time. He has the Revelation ability, which says, you look at the top card of the deck, you can put it to the soul, and if you did, you rest one of your rearguards. Okay, so leaving it on top, you don't have to rest. It's like when you soul charge, you have to rest. Sorry, I remembered it the wrong way around. And then it says GB1 when placed on rear, Vanguard is a grade 3 or greater Fenrir, can almost 1, gain 5k in the following ability. When attack Soul Blast 3, draw 1 once per turn. Pretty good. I mean, it's a nice way to just like get, you know, it's a battle phase Soul Blast, just like Wiseman, which means you get to proc a bunch of on Soul Blast abilities, and you also get to draw a card, and it also gains power, so seems pretty deserving of the triple rare slot, to be honest. It might seem a bit too simple for that, but honestly, it's pretty good. We have Medusa. When attacking the Vanguard, Soul Blast 3, and then randomly bind one of your opponent's cards from hand, and then at the end of that turn, that card goes when it binds onto the hand. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Does it have to hit just attack, right? No, it has to hit the Vanguard. Okay. But Not too bad, not too bad. I kind of like that. We have time. So she says on rear, if your Vanguard, when placed, if your Vanguard is a Regalia, you can look at the top 3, put 1 to Soul, and put the rest to drop. So she sets up Legion, I guess, if you want to play Yggdrasil. Scold. I always like this art. It says, at the end of your turn, if your Vanguard is a Regalia, if at least 3 or more cards were sent from your drop zone to your, from your soul to your drop zone this turn, you can choose 3 Regalias from your drop zone that are not triggers and put them to the bottom of the deck to draw 1 and soul charge 1. So it's a nice little way to kind of recycle parts, which, you know, non-triggers, but still pretty cool. And now here, we start getting to the problem cards. We have Gelgia. Alright, let's see if this changed a lot or not. This is a... Gelgia itself hasn't been restricted. It's Tahro that got restricted, but he's part of the problem, let's say. He says Revelation, and then in Soul, you can put this to the bottom of the deck, and then do the following. 1, choose one of your rear guards and stand it, and if you did, give it 5k, so only if you did. That's a nerf, right? I don't think it needed to stand anything to enable the power, but anyway. If your Vanguard's a grade 3 or greater, Fenrir, soul charge 2, and for that turn, one of your units gets plus 5k. Yeah, I just read the actual card again. It didn't need to stand, but it gave only plus 3k in these increments. So here, it gives plus 5 and then plus 5 again, which is pretty cool. So yeah, you have to stand it, but I guess you still give it plus 5k no matter what, as long, like, you know, as long as you have a grade 3 greater Fenrir to do the second part of the skill, so it's mostly the same. So pretty cool that it's a double rare too, they know what they're doing. Then we have Ban, the starter. When rested by a card's ability, for that turn give a unit plus 5k, and then GB1, when you drive check a card without a trigger, you put the soul to draw 1, so I guess it's like a compensating draw trigger, which is kind of cool. We have another grade 3. This one has Revelation and Vanguard Rear Circle GB1 once per turn. You choose a non-trigger from your soul. That is a, also you choose 3 cards that do not have triggers from your soul and put them to the drop zone, and then for that turn get plus 5k, and then your Vanguard, and if she's your Vanguard, you draw 1. Yeah, I guess it's nice for the draw. I mean, the draw won't happen as much, it's more so for the power. I don't know, not too sold on her. I really like her art. This is the Nega Keio Pojishis? Sorry, hard to read this name in Japanese, but her art is really cool, you know, ice and flame and ice and flame, flaming glass, whatever the freaking Shadowverse card is called. Soul Blast 6 to give her plus 10k and a crit, and then if you have 2 or less soul, you put the top card of your deck into your damage, which is, yeah, that does kind of, you know, compensate. Also, I guess she's like freaking the My Hero Academia character too, right? Freaking, Alright, and then Rear Circle when placed, count lost 1. Choose 3 Regalias from your drop zone, put them to soul, and if you have 10 or more soul, you put the top card of your deck into your damage zone. So again, you gotta really balance the flames to not go overboard, right? Alright, then we have Kotonoha. I always like her art a lot. Revelation, and then GB1 during your turn. When your card is put to the soul, she gains plus 1k, and if it was put through the Revelation ability, you gain 2k instead. So it's not once per turn, kind of abusable. Can become a big hitter, but that's not really as important in Zero these days. If your Vanguard is a Regalia, put this back to deck and then draw 1 and look at top 3, put 1 to soul and put the rest of the drop. So draws you a card, puts back a crit, and sets up Legion, which I guess is nice. And there you are. Tahro, so important, I even put you in the thumbnail. Let's read what you do. Revelation, of course, and then in Soul GB1, when sent to drop zone, you can put this card to the bottom of your deck and choose a rear guard and stand it. Congratulations. Congratulations, you did it. You're back in full force. Truly back in full force. No nerfs whatsoever. It's great. It's great. Yeah, this is, word for word, I think the exact same card. They did not change anything, which is interesting. I mean, I'm sure people have already been trying to make Fenrir Wiseman work. I will too. I will too. I mean, you guys know that I enjoy playing the deck in Zero with all the time constraints and everything included, so that'll be pretty fun. We have Azasa, the Revelation plus GB1. During your turn, when a card is put to soul, you get plus 1k, and if it's by Revelation, you get plus 2 instead, so it's the same as the grade 2. And then when she boosts a rearguard with the Revelation ability and the attack hits a Vanguard, can almost 1, you choose a card that is not a heal from your drop zone and put it to the bottom of the deck, and then you bounce the boosted rearguard. Her art is very cute. That's all I can really tell you. I mean, she's cool to like bounce stuff and like reuse abilities, I guess, but otherwise it's a little bit mid, I guess. But yeah, honestly, card pool seems good. Like, Fenrir Loop seems real. Not that many cards as expected either, so it should be pretty easy to finish this clan event. So I would say aim for 2 Fenrirs at least, maybe even 3, because honestly, like if you're playing like Fenrir Loop, you'll need Gyor 4 times, I would say, like 3 or 4, and then you'll need Gelgia as well, probably 4 times, and then Tahro like 3 times, maybe? Like, It's hard to say because you want to play Dreaming Dragon still to like balance the deck out issues, but I guess there's enough cards that send stuff back to deck now that maybe it's okay. I don't know, it's hard to say. So definitely got to test out, and maybe Wiseman Loop isn't even that good in Zero, right? So we're going to have to find out, because a lot of things that were super broken in the TCG aren't as great in Zero because of the way that Zero works. So, you know, that's kind of the double-edged sword there. So now let's take a look. I guess I'll just play with Royals. You know, it's kind of fitting to play with Royals even if it's not the feature. I have updated the list a little bit, but of course that'll be for you guys to see once I need one more Fides. So I'm trying to either like pull it or, you know, just craft it. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, so let's face off against Mr. Shoma. I do like him a lot. I have his skin too. Like I generally like this character quite a lot from one of the villains. Yeah, I guess we'll just put these back. I guess it's the Stride Fodder with... I kind of want to find a better grade 1 to ride, or just find Allmount. That also works. That also definitely works. Alright, so I'm going to put down the volume a little bit. It sounds really loud once we get into the gameplay. Alright, so he's using a new starter. It does have Retire Protection. That's right. Slayman coming up. Very cool. Alright, right into Silius. So put this to the side, and then we're going to just swing. No reason to really like go overboard or anything. We get a draw into a PG, which is cool. I wonder if the AI is even capable of doing a Wiseman combo. It'll be interesting. Of course, we have Gleipnir. Ooh, Kotonoha. See, her art is really nice, right? Her art is generally really nice. Alright. Attacks Vanguard. Gonna swing. My Blaster Spirit goes goodbye. Gets a draw. Good job. Happy birthday. Alright, we get a draw too. Hand is pretty full right now, though. Almost too much. Almost too much. But we're barely on the line. Barely on the line. So, Flayman is kind of better to have in the deck, to be honest. Like, I'd rather keep this in hand for later. So I'll go down the Slaymans to just bash and then put them back to deck with all mouth skill, because I don't really want them clogging up my hand too much right now. Same for Spirit too. I think I have one Spirit left in deck, so that's kind of okay. Alright, bash, bash. Bash, bash. Alright, there we go. Oh, I see the parts are there. The parts are there. No Wiseman yet, but the other parts are there. Oh yeah, right. Another important thing is that the Fenrir skill got buffed. Fenrir skill got buffed, and now it says when you stride, you may Soul Charge 3. So they changed that ability a bit, where now you actually don't have to Soul Charge 3, so you don't lose by decking out from just striding, which is obviously very nice. Obviously very appreciated, so I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Ooh, my last Slayman died. That's a bit unfortunate. Alright, let's go into this. Mr. Arutomairu, which is my dude. Going into it. We're getting the rank reward, I think, in the V-Coupon exchange next week. Not next week. Actually, yeah, well, yeah, I guess next month is next week, isn't it? Or is it on the Monday? I can't remember. June is soon, man. June is really creeping up fast. Alright, let's try it. And then we're gonna just hopefully draw into a grade 1. If not, we can search grade 1s now from deck, which is the pretty nice thing about the deck. As it's evolved. Bennyzil can do some work too. I guess we go into you. I don't think I'm gonna hit the Brave condition, but, you know, still fine. Oh yeah, right, you're a grade 1 now. I mean, the dog is a grade 1. We can put the Spirit back, but I think I still have one in deck, I'm pretty sure, so let's Soul Blast you out, and then call the Spirit out here. And then just bash around a little bit. Do a little bashing. There we go. Then pop this. Very cool. Alright, sweet. So with this, we can swing, and then see if we can get anything off of this check. Alright, we get my unlocker, my one of, very nice. We whip a heal, which is also fine, that's no problem. Then we're gonna bash, hit, no defensives. I guess we don't need to do anything with Bennyzil here. Wind Sword, I suppose, is fine. I mean, it can technically combo, but my power columns are a little bit off for that. So we're gonna just bash, and then just hit for big power. Let's see if my opponent has a heal guard. They do not. Get OTK'd. No Fenrir for you. No lines, no nothing, no heals either. That's, you know, we just changed the narrative just like that. Shion was the winner this whole time. So yeah, it wasn't much of a showing off Genesis in action other than seeing that the AI actually plays some of the cards there. So overall, I think it's a pretty good clan event. Should be quite easy to finish, and I think the deck will have some potential as well because Genesis already, like, Fenrir felt pretty good to me prior as well. So I think both this and Regalia's, like, Regalia's got a lot of recycling and a good stride plus, like, other grade 3 boss unit. So I think that's pretty cool, so I definitely recommend you guys to play around with it, mess around with it. So hopefully you have a good time grinding this clan event in JP or in English once it does come out eventually. But that's going to be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, a little overview on the clan event here. I have some of the set 7 Decan fights in the works. I think I should be able to get Blade Master and Gurgwit and some other things out for you guys pretty soon, so look forward to that as well. But otherwise, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to the lovely channel members that also support the content. Also, if you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. We're getting closer to 50k. I need you guys' support. And if you want to stay in touch with me on socials, check out my Twitter, join the Discord. All the good stuff is all in the description. But anyway, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.